What's going on, everybody? Exciting news. Got the pre-order in for the 2022 Sea-Doo Switch. Now, this is exciting news because there's only very few of these available in and around my state. So, first and foremost, I was the last pre-order possible. And the reason why is somebody decided to drop their pre-order and I was able to squeeze in there in the last dealership that had them available. Now, I have 13 Sea-Doo dealerships in the state. All of them except one was sold out at the time, and this is the day after. So the very first thing I did was hit the pre-order button the day after Sea-Doo released this because I was at working at the time. Now after I hit the pre-order button, I got sent to a local dealership who never called me. So I called them a day later, and they told me they were 100% sold out of these right away. So the next thing happened is I called the next dealership on my list, and they said they would only be selling the 19-foot or prioritizing the 19-foot. Then they would go down to the 16-foot and then the compact at the end. So reason being, they make more money off of it, but they were the only dealership that did not charge dealership fees for setup. They need to charge the freight and they need to charge the conveyance fee from Sea-Doo. It's mandatory and I don't know why. But anyways, that's what that is. So I did also make a change to my order. So initially I was going to go with the base model, 100 horsepower model of this machine. It was a compact. It had, let's customize my own here and not bundle it because we don't care. This was the initial one I was going to get. It was going to be bare bones. It was going to be $17,999 and send it. That's it. However, I had changed what I had ordered. I am still going to order the compact model, okay? So it's going to be a sport, though, and there's a couple reasons why. And let's go over them really quickly. So customize my own. Let's continue without the bundle because we don't need the added stuff because we want to make this inexpensive and also nice. So this is the one you're looking at that I'll be getting. It's the red one because I like that the best. It matches my tricks, and it's going to be on the water like this. If they offered green, I would have chose that. Anyways. So right away, we see some differences between these two. The biggest one and the elephant in the room is this Bimini cover. It is unavailable and non-purchasable for the compact base model. It is also not purchasable for any base model switches. For some reason, it is not even an addable item. However, one note about the dealership's claim is that you will be able to buy these in the future, and they will be roughly $2,000 to $2,500 for that attachment. So crank that up from $18,000 to $20,500 right away. Okay, now let's get into the accessories that I would have put on the base model anyways. So the electronics, one of the very first things is the EchoMap chart plotter GPS. That would be added on mine. I don't know why they don't include a transducer for depth finder and fish finder. Fish finder, not so much. The depth finder is the important thing to me on this boat. Same thing goes for that, so let's add that. The EchoMap GPS chart plotter and also the transducer is going to be added. Next thing on the list is our furniture, and here's the second largest reason why I had changed my pre-order. The seating on the base model compact only has 3 seats on the left. I don't get it, and I don't know why it's there. You can configure these. You can add and manipulate these around the ski because it's modular. But the weird part is, for some reason, the sport model has an additional seat and side armrest as well. I do like this configuration right here. I would have done something similar to this because of the weight distribution. Doesn't really make any sense. So you can see you can put them on the back as well. So I would have probably put a corner on here or right behind the driver's seat. But anyways, this is kind of what it will be looking like for me. And then also you have the Sun Deck one, which makes 5 total seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what the dealer told me is this one only has 3 seats, which makes it a 3-seater. Which is weird. You could have 5 people on the boat, but it has 3 seats. Well, 4 technically if you count the pilot. So anyways, now if we go down to the remainder of the furniture, we'll just add what I wanted to add anyways, which would have been the bolster. Kevin talks about this from the Watercraft Journal. The bolster is a game changer on these things. It's not as visible to sit down and drive the thing as to stand up against the bolster. So that's a nice addition. Now also for furniture, if you saw, I added the windscreen, which I believe is necessary if you tune these. and this thing's go 40, 50 miles an hour, that's going to be an important portion of it. Next thing, let's go back, is going to be the rear view mirror, which if you're doing any sort of water skiing is 100% necessary. I would not have purchased this. I probably would have bought a aftermarket $20 one and mounted it myself. So now we're looking at $19,743 plus an additional $2,500 for this bimini top. I believe, and it's not even available the first year. You might be able to get it afterwards. There are a couple little changes on here as well, like the sun deck seats and the additional other seats. So just for hee-haws, for furniture, we're going to add another seat onto here. So we're going to add a standard seat. And we are going to add an additional corner backrest. Not corner, sorry. A single seat to make it 5. It's going to be as close as possible. Now we're looking at $21,000 as opposed to $24,000 plus that $2,500 cover. So we are at the exact same amount as what that Sport Compact would be with the regular base model. And yeah, you have the 100 horsepower like I mentioned before, $400 for a tune. Another very important factor here, I reached out to Riva, and they mentioned to me that they will not be supporting tunes for this yet. They said they have no plans on it either in the future, but I cannot imagine them not having one for these. I'm assuming once they get their hands on one, they'll tune it and they'll have pretty stable tunes for it. But that's not going to say that there won't be for other ones as well. So the only sunshade available on this compact is this right here. To me, this is not that nice, and you can see the quality difference between these. You have a post on the side of the pontoons that you plug into and just kind of stretch this thing out. You're not going to be able to drive this, in my opinion, going 45 miles an hour, so there's no point. What I've heard from the Switch Compact with the 100 horsepower motor off the rip, you can go about 21 to 22 miles an hour. The Switch Sport Compact with a bunch of people on it goes 45 miles an hour. Now, what a difference. The biggest differences between these two, and that's the reason why I ended up pre-ordering this Switch instead of the base model one. Now, yeah, the deck is still modular, so you can move these any which way, but to me, I would want those additional seats because it's going to be more comfortable for the passengers. And also, if you wanted to do some other additional stuff, this is going to be the best model, in my opinion, to get right here. Okay, so now I still believe that 13-footer is going to be the game changer. And here is a reaffirmation from Kevin at the Watercraft Journal talking about the 13-footer and the reason why. Let's go over him. Let's go over his 21-footer, which is really a 19, and the 16-footer as well.
The 230
here we go.
that I drove, there was two 230s that I drove. There was a 21-foot,
which is a 19.
19-foot.
They're both the same.
The 19-foot, I did not get up beyond, I think the fastest I got it to was about 40.
The only difference is the swim deck.
I did not do GPS testing. The 21-foot did not get above 40, 41. Okay?
Still pretty quick for a pontoon boat.
Now, the 170 horse 13.
Here we go. Look at his face.
It's rowdy as all hell. It's quick. It's not fast, but it's quick. And you can snap a turn in that damn thing so fast you'll eject people. It is a riot. Like, that's the one Greg Gaddis wanted more than anything. He's like, dude, give me the 170 13-footer and call it a day. That's all I want is that thing.
Okay, so at the end of the day, what is pontooning about? Well, it's about lounging, but it's also about fun. So one comment, as you can see, I watched this live. One comment below said, this is equivalent to the Sea-Doo Speedster, and I couldn't agree more. I believe this Switch pontoon boat, the 13-footer, is the exact same kind of feel as that Speedster will be, because once you lift up out of the water onto the PWC hole that this is, it's going to feel like you're on a PWC, and you're going to be flying around, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So after we tune these things, I can't imagine they wouldn't hit about 50 miles an hour, let's say with 3 passengers, and I just can't wait to get it on the water. But anyways, that's the reason why I changed my idea of what I wanted from the Switch Compact base model to the Switch Compact Sport. Anyways, leave a comment below and like and subscribe this video if you want to see more content on the Sea-Doo Switch, and I will be receiving mine next year.